Hello, my name is Adam Cook, and I'm here with the sexy Colm Ahern.
Hello there, I'm sexy.
You are, and the reason we're here, the reason we're gathered here today, ladies and gentlemen, is that
In holy matrimony.
Absolutely, both Colm and I have played Alien Isolation, and I've played a little bit of it, but Colm has played a lot of it, so we're going to grill him.
Please do.
So, I want to let's just get straight into it. Like, there's no messing around. You're watching the footage as we're talking. You know, you can see it. Let's get straight away. This game, you're playing on PC, and it looks exceptional. Is that fair to say?
I think that is quite fair to say. Like, it's not. You know, it's not going to be throwing massive amounts of color at you. You're stuck in these kind of really small, claustrophobic, inducing kind of hallways and stuff. Like I suppose it's not pretty in a traditional sense like that. It is kind of really dark and gritty, but in its dark and grittiness, it looks incredibly impressive. Yes.
But that's actually something I want to get out of the way as well before we go any further. So anyone, this is me personally speaking, and you know you've played more, so feel free to correct me. But anyone who is worried about this game because of the other Aliens game that Sega published, this is an entirely different developer, and it could not be more different in respect of quality, could it?
Yeah, like I mean. Even when this was announced, people were kind of going, "Oh Jesus, yeah, but the last Aliens Colonial Marines was shit and stuff." It's like, this is a completely different thing. Like, yes, all right, okay, you have the tie of the Alien franchise, but it is genuinely completely different. Like, the section I played anyway, at least, like for the most part, what I could liken it to, whereas with Colonial Marines it was just all out gunfire. With this, it's kind of more akin to your kind of modern day survival horror, like an Amnesia or an Outlast, where you have to basically stay away from the big bad monster, which in this case is the alien itself.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Resident Evil Nemesis. Now, I'm saying that because I'm a massive Resident Evil fan, but the thing I've always felt Aliens games have got completely wrong is that they use the aliens themselves as cannon fodder. And the whole thing about Aliens is that they are this formidable opponent, and it's something I think that Isolation nails. Like, you don't want to come across this bastard because it's incredibly frightening, right?
Completely. Like the first time I came across the alien, I was absolutely bricking it, to coin a phrase. Ran into a locker. Like, there's a lot of stealth kind of involved in this as well, and yeah, you have to find your hiding places and get away from the alien. And like, there was a couple of times where I was inside in a locker. The alien, you see him walking past, he might kind of do a double take, have a look into the locker, and you can actually, while standing in the locker, kind of pull back and hold your breath, and the alien will eventually lose interest, walk away, and once you can just kind of relax into it again. But it's an incredibly uneasy feeling, like, and that's a good thing, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, there's moments like where one thing I particularly liked was, it sounds silly, but I really liked obviously the atmosphere overall, but I liked when you're sort of going into the vents and you either use your torch or you don't, because it's battery powered, and just even inside the torches, the lighting, which we'll come to in a minute, but you know, you're underneath, you're in vents, you're looking through grates, and looking down at you from the grate is this alien, and it's just, I mean, we've been talking about this game, and I was asking you, can you kill it? And you don't know, purely because
I don't know.
I mean, that alien looking down through the grate at you. You know, can you burst through with a gun? I mean, it's to actually genuinely get across that, to make you too scared to take on one enemy, is what an alien should be in a video game. It should be formidable. But the lighting I wanted to talk about, because I think that's something that aids the atmosphere immensely. Because you talked about, like, it's claustrophobic, and you know, you're on a spaceship. It's more like a, is it a spaceship? It's more of like a, what would you call it? It's a big spaceship, I suppose.
Not just a spaceship, a big one. Yeah, I would call it a big spaceship. Yes.
But the environments feel almost varied, I felt, because of the lighting. Like, it made everything look interesting. Like, it doesn't seem like dull grey corridors to me, anyway.
No, not at all. Like, like some areas lit up better than others, whatnot. You flickering lights, which again only add to the whole atmosphere again. But yes, like the section again that I played.
Which, by the way, we should say what, about 4 or 5 hours you've played of it?
About 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, so a decent chunk.
And there are like they're not drastically different, but there is little nuanced kind of bits and pieces that are quite different. The environments being quite different just aesthetically.
What about the motion tracker? Now, if there's one thing that's as famous as perhaps the pulse rifle in the Alien series, that iconic sound is the iconic sound of the motion tracker. Now, there was something I noticed that I had to do a couple of times. As you look at your motion tracker, which we were playing on the PC, I think I mentioned, so you hold down spacebar on the keyboard to bring it up, or what do you do on the 360 pad? I presume you hold down a button.
The right bumper.
And you hold it down, but you have to hold it down. And Ripley's daughter, the other Ripley, I suppose, she brings up this motion detector, and it does this effect where everywhere else on the screen, it sort of defocuses.
Yeah, oh yeah. Everything else kind of gets a bit blurry, and you're just focusing on the motion tracker like you would in real life, I suppose. And the game it's full of those just very, very small, very little touches, but they all add up. Like even just the UI in general. Like if you go into the map, it's quite 80s kind of looking UI.
There's a cassette tape in the top right corner when you load and save a game, isn't there?
Yeah, and like even when you're looking at the map, there'll be kind of like scan lines running across the bottom or the top, and it's just like basically pretty much everything about visually. I think they've really got on point. And I suppose we should say as well, the alien itself. I don't know how you felt, but I thought the alien looked brilliant.
Oh,
I thought
fantastic!
The alien looked fantastic. But I don't know. Yeah, I know a lot of Alien fans were quite worried about kind of, I suppose, the treatment of the series after Colonial Marines. But this really gets a lot of things right. Like you said about the motion tracker.
Yeah.
So the motion tracker acts as your you hold the right bumper or space bar, and it will guide you to your goal without without babying you too much. It kind of gives you a general area, and once you get to that general area, it'll kind of leave you to your own devices. And similarly as well, it won't give you a direct location on the alien itself, but will give you a roundabout exactly where it is, unless he's in your kind of
right in your vicinity,
yeah, exactly.
But I mean, that's one thing that I think helps the tension and the atmosphere. And we keep saying atmosphere, but it's been a while since I've played a game that nails atmosphere quite so well. And another thing I don't know if we'll agree on this, I personally think it really adds to the atmosphere, is the fact that you can't quick save in this game. It has save points. Now, they're like little machines on a wall you go up to and you save your progress.
Like little payphones.
Yeah, basically. And I think that aids atmosphere because it creates more tension, because you could go so far and know that if you die or mess up, you've lost progress. Now, that's not going to possibly be what everyone wants to hear, you know what I mean? But
completely. Yeah, like I suppose it is kind of something I was even kind of wrestling with myself in my own head, because of, look, we're all getting older, we all have things to do. Like, losing progress is terribly infuriating, but in this era of quick save. However, in Alien Isolation, overall, I mean, it completely aids the game, because death should punish you, know.
My concern would be...
And in Alien Isolation, it does.
Yeah, my concern would be, basically, if you could quick save in this game, every time you saw the alien, you'd whack quick save, wouldn't you? And I think... Yeah. So we were talking about earlier how you wanted to... You didn't know if you could kill the alien or not, and you don't know because you are too scared to, because you'll lose progress. But if you could quick save, you'd already know that, and I just think that removes a lot of tension.
Yeah, very much so. And the word of the day, atmosphere.
Yep.
All that atmosphere, all that tension, the saving system, it just adds to that. It really does. Like, it is. I don't know. It's if you could quick save, I think it actually would hurt the game a little bit. To be honest,
I think so. But we have talked plenty. You can follow myself at GBSF and Colm at Colm_Ahern, and you can read his written preview, which will be, there'll be an annotation somewhere you can click that. Otherwise, please do like and subscribe us, right, Colm?
Yeah, like and subscribe to youtube.com/GodIsGeek. There's loads of stuff going up here all the time, so please do love us, love us, love us.
Most importantly though, just below here, just below this video, leave a comment, tell us what you think of Alien Isolation and what you're looking forward to. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye now.